All right, so I'm back, and essentially what I want to build today is I want to focus specifically on initializing the entire structure for me to build upon the rest of the project, right? The rest of the product or a platform. So I actually started using Cloud Desktop. I find it much more convenient, though I think um, the terminal that I've been using before is a little bit better integrated than Cloud Desktop. All right, so I have currently this code base which has 270 files, and I'm like, I cannot really use that code bases because I currently, I don't own that code base. I cannot use it, so I need to recreate it kind of from scratch. Otherwise, I'll face some legal issues. So the way I'm gonna do that, and I cannot expose the code or I cannot redistribute the code, right? The way I'm gonna do that is I will ask Claude. Um, I have this code base. It is currently initialized, and what I want to do instead is I want you to describe the entire code base of how it is set up, including like different layers, including all the packages, apps, um, including libraries and stuff like that. And I want my final goal is that I want to completely move from that code base and recreate it from scratch. So the way I'm gonna recreate it from scratch is by you actually describing the entire code base in one file, for example codebase.md, and then I'm gonna plug that file into another chat, and I'll be recreating the entire code base from scratch. The reason I'm doing that is because this code base is not owned by me. I need to uh, recreate it from scratch, right? Because I need to have rights to redistribute the code base. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. Ask any clarifying questions. So I have this code base currently initialized, and what I want to do is okay. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I pronounced all the words correctly. All right, and while that is working, essentially what I want to do next is, there are a number of things that I want to do next. So in this code base, I actually have a file called latermd, and that's kind of like my to-do list at this point. I'm not using any kind of system to track those things. So I need to start creating those skills because currently I have only like business analyst and update requirements skills, which are like an entry point, one might say, for creating like creating new features and adding new features. But besides those, I also need skills for the design because I don't want to be sorry about that. I don't want to be messing around with the design myself. Then the development skill, obviously, code review, security review, all that crap, and then like reiteration skill that is actually going to this entire infrastructure is what I want to set up. Meanwhile, Claude is setting up the code base. I mean, trying at least. So it came up with some questions. I'll have to answer them. For some reason, there's only 5 questions, while I think there would be many more questions after it actually researches the code base. Okay, so fidelity level. Which one do you want? Architectural blueprint, structure, functional spec, features, user stories. There are no user stories. Okay, so I need architectural blueprint, but I don't need any user stories. Like I don't need login and sign up being part of the codebase.md. I'll be using better auth to set up those things in the new code base. All right, so that's one thing. The second, copyright posture. You said you need redistribution rights for a true clean room rewrite. The spec should describe what the system does, inputs, outputs, behavior requirements, not how it is, not how it is current code does it. Must say strictly behavioral and avoid quoting, paraphrasing source, even for things like schemas and API errors. No, you can quote some of the things from the schema. For APIs, I don't think you will need that, considering my first answer. Um, yeah. So the third one is scope. Include all of API routes, handlers, DB schema, UI pages, components, shared types, build, anything to exclude secrets and internal nodes. Internal nodes later.md is not needed. Nodes. Nodes. Yeah, okay. You can quote some of the things from the schema for APRS. Did I say something like that? I don't think you will need that considering my first. You can quote from APIs, I think I said. Okay. Next, for output says one big code base is fine, but it could be easily hit. Okay, prefers split code base, code. Yeah, you can split it in multiple files. Target stack. Should the recreation use the same stack? Or do you want the spec stack agnostic so the next chat can pick? Yeah, the stack should be the same. The only thing that would change is for authentication and authorization. I would use better auth. Ask any clarifying questions. Okay. Back here. Oh right, I forgot it also needs P on PM because I did the research. Oh yeah, I'll do that later actually. Yeah, I just need to not forget about it. P and PM integration. So the last time I actually prompted it to create the entire code base for me, which I found quite confusing. And would require a lot of restructuring. Like for example, in APIs in SRC, there are like already different layers set up that I'll actually need. Well, it's not me who will need it, but it's AI who will need it to avoid repetition and duplication of code. Okay, so let's see. Okay. What else? Come on, it's gonna ask so many things like that, and that is like really annoying. Is because it says always allow, right? So allow Claude to run find. Right. So if I click always allow, then we go into the code base and we go into settings local.json. Like, is that what I just allowed? It was find, right? So that's not what I just allowed, which is quite confusing because you cannot just allow for this session, allow for the project within the Cloud desktop. Like, so that's confusing for me. And you see, like, I just, yeah, you see now it added this thing here. So yeah, I mean, it's working quite strange for me. Okay, so then I need the design skill. Hope my lantern died. 1 second. All right. So, uh, yeah. So I actually figured out that this lantern charges for like 5 hours, and it holds a charge for another 5 hours. I'm not sure why it died again. 1 second. And that's actually quite annoying because you have to stand up, you have to stretch. That's not what we do, right? Okay, run agent Haiku 4.5 survey. Like, why did it run Haiku for 4.5? It's Opus 4.7. Like, why it did that? Why it decided that Haiku would be the best one to do this job? Anyway, so oh right, so I see that it has more questions. Didn't produce any files yet. Okay, let's answer the questions. So user model custom fields, current user, first name, last name. Option C. Drop these entirely. Yes, drop them. So keep these file model. No, drop them as well. Drop them as well. How? Like, bro. What? What is going on? I cannot. And I cannot click on form. Like, what? Ah. Ah. What is going on? This is just crazy. Whatever. Let's work with that. So me endpoint described as pattern or skips is tightly coupled to auth. Yeah, skip it. I just skip it. No, I said skip it. Okay, I'll just type at this point. It's faster, I guess. Shared package cleanup drop all auth validators. Yeah, drop them. Ancillary patterns worth keeping. Um, keep. Okay, 7 docs folder. Skip it. 8 proposed file split. Okay. UI components depth 4 packages list with 1 line purpose each or include proper and details 1 line purpose each. Okay, like that, and we're sending. Oh my god. Okay, not good. I hope it will be able to figure this out. Yeah, let's open a new chat. Okay. This one that is cooking. Can I open you in split view? Okay, just so I can see it. All right. So then, can I? Okay, whatever. Okay. So, okay. So once the business analyst creates the requirements, it creates the requirements document. Then I need a designer. But what the design skill should do is that's like the biggest question. It should kind of research the design, kind of find good patterns. Okay, I Okay, I have no idea what it should do. So instead, let's work on development skill. Is there anything in between? Yeah, there is like a technical or architecture design, right? Okay, that's what I'll prompt next. So I need you to create a skill that is going to create architectural design for the requirements document produced by the business analyst skill. Essentially, I need a flawless workflow where the business analyst prepares all the requirements, nurtures all the requirement specs, prepares the file, and that file is gonna be read by the architectural design skill, and it is gonna prepare the architectural design based off the backend, based off the front end, and like rate limiters, everything that is needed for the architecture design. Yeah, come up with name variants that can be used and ask any clarifying questions. What I actually forgot is that do I even have like, yeah, I only have a tech stack. Oh, architecture template. So I guess I actually have it. So that's good. So architectural template should be used. Okay, let's actually add it. Docs architecture template.md should be used as a template for the output. And the output should be a architecture.md file. Okay, it doesn't matter what. Why is it green? Why is it blue? That's interesting. Okay. So we create a skill that's going to create architectural design, asking clarifying questions, business analyst prepares. Okay, let's run it and see how it performs. Then that's one of them. Then, like you said, that is the most annoying part of it. Like, why? Like, whatever. So then I'll probably start using terminal instead. All right. So cd a, then Claude, then I'll need to scale it a little bit because it's hard to see it. Claude Desktop, I'm not even sure at this point what is the purpose of it, because it just doesn't integrate that good as the terminal, the Claude code itself. So I'm not sure. Like, probably it is for non-technical people, I guess. Anyway, the problem though is that when you are talking for too long, it says here that pass the text instead of the actual prompt, and I cannot modify it, so that's the problem. And also, I cannot just click. I cannot click and jump to that position or something like that. That's not supported in the terminal, right? I have to jump around, and that's just annoying as well. Like, I would like something like warp, but on the free plan, I guess. I'm not sure because yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah. So that's what it is cooking. This thing is still working. Then I guess we're good to go. All right. So then the next skill I'll be adding. So I'll need a skill that is gonna, like, is there a way, maybe like wireframe? Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice. like there is an architecture design and then a wireframe. I really want to have those skills kind of talk together to each other, kind of thing. Is like that would be so nice. Yeah. How do I do that? Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Let's do that. I need you to create a skill that is going to create wireframes. Oh, actually, never mind. I don't think I'll be able to do that because first I need to see the technical analysis. Actually, it's gonna work. Yeah, it's gonna work. So I need you to create a skill that is going to take as an input a file in docs architecture.md and then produce wireframes. But the final output of the wireframes, I'm not sure what kind of format it should be in, but it should be in a format that another chat will understand or agent. The entire purpose is for like there are currently like a hierarchy, right? There is a business analyst who is preparing the requirements document. Then there's I'm currently creating another skill that is going to produce an architecture.md based off the architecture template.md, and then I want this specific skill that you ought to create to take this architecture.md as an input and produce a wireframes somehow. You need to research what kind of ways you can produce the architecture in, and then you need to come up with the name for this skill, and you need to ask any clarifying questions. Okay, nice. You see, like that's the problem. It says pass the text and I cannot edit it. Maybe there is a way to edit it, but it's just a little bit annoying. So let's run it and let's also accept edits. Let's see what we have here. So allow writing into a skill. Also, they have a separate website for it. It's hard to believe. Yeah, it's 3k of tokens, which is gonna cost 5 cents. Wow. Yeah, definitely need to condense. Yeah, I mean, I will do that in the end, but yeah, it's kind of expensive. And I see that Gemini, like, what kind of model is that? How it can be less than a cent? GPT-4o half a cent, and Cloud Opus 4.6 3 cents just for the skill prompt. That's crazy. Oh, Opus 4.7 uses a new tokener that typically produces more tokens. Okay. Okay, so that's okay. That's interesting. Who created it? See my other projects memory plane. Okay, so that's good. That's good to know, I guess. Just got a notification. Okay, anyway. So, okay, so it created this make skill instructions concise and optimized, cost efficiency optimized. Cost, okay, not cost. Skill. What? What? Make skill instructions concise and cost efficiency optimized. Make skill instructions concise and cost efficiency optimized. Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, Currently my Mac is kind of freezing. I don't like that. Why is it freezing? Okay. Let me see what I have. Okay. 13 questions. What? I start what works. My recommendation, proposed skill name, UX designer. UX designer. How is that? Oh, alternative wireframer. Product designer. Too broad. Matches your persona pattern. That's like the thing is that UX designer is not just creating wireframes. It's like no, like it is first of all UI designer, not UX, right? Because user experience has nothing to do, or actually maybe it has. Now that I think about it, maybe it has. Okay, let's go. All right, next format. Go with hybrid markdown recommendation about, or do you want pure SCII? Okay, what? Okay, the main contenders: SCII box drawing wireframes inside Markdown, human readable, LM native, not only needed lo-fi but conveys layout, structural Markdown, hierarchical lists per screen, planned UML salt, proposed build UI wireframes. DSL agents can read the text. Humans need a render to see visuals. Verbose, HTML skeleton. Mermaid, not great for layout, but excellent for navigation flow between screens, which is a separate deliverable. Okay. I'm kind of leaning more towards this one. UML. Structured Markdown. SCII box drawing wireframes inside Markdown. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is gonna work. Let's go with that actually. Let's try it at least. So first SCII SC S A S C I I ASCII. Okay. ASCII. Let's go with this ASCII. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10, 11th, 12, 13. All right. Second question. So fidelity, low-fi, mid-fi, boxes, placeholder labels, mid-fi, real copy, real field labels. I'm not sure. Let's go with lo-fi. I don't care. Third one. Per screen, do you want all states drawn, default loading, empty error, success, or just default plus whichever state the AC explicitly calls out? Default plus whichever states the AC explicitly calls out. Okay, fourth, should the skill wireframe every route listed on the front end, or ask the client to pick a slice every page on the front end? Okay, output location, docs wireframes, .md, I guess, but by default match the pattern or docs. Yeah, actually, docs wireframes root.md. 6. Include navigation flow diagram, mermaid showing how users move between, or skip it, it's not needed. Should shared components from architecture shared components section get their own wireframe block? Put them on their own wireframe block. Come on, wireframe. This is annoying. Wireframe. Okay. So then, eighth. On each wireframe should I annotate interaction behavior, what happens on click, validation rules, accessibility. No, like no, nothing of it is needed. Mobile, tablet, desktop breakpoints, 3 wireframes per screen, or 1 default. Which breakpoint? 1 default. Actually, yeah, 1 default laptop. 10. Same batch question process. Same batch question plus outline confirmation flow is the architect skill. There's already architect skill. Reflect scope, ask everything, confirm outline, right, assuming yes. Flow is the architect skill. I don't know. Like those questions are actually really good. I haven't thought about it. Let's just type yes, and then if needed I'll adjust. Downstream consumer. The next step in your hierarchy, another skill, front-end builder, UI implementer, that should optimize the output format for, or is it primarily a human review gate? It is going to be used by another skill that I'll create later called a front-end builder. Yep. Okay, 12th, skill name UX designer. Yep. One thing we agreed on, and then 13, if docs architecture is missing, it has no front end section. I'll tell the client and recommend running solutions architect first. Same pattern the architect uses when requirements missing. Okay, okay. All right. Let's see what do we have. Condensed from okay. 60% reduction, so that's good. Good. Okay, 7 rules, input whatever. I don't need that, I guess. Oh, it kind of dims. I just noticed. That's cool. All right, and then it produced the output. Let's check it real quick. So we have the design skills actually not needed anymore. This is also not needed. I don't need that. I also need include like rules, new folder rules, so that it actually follows it. Okay, code base API. Okay. Part 2. Where is part 1? Overview, I guess. Okay, part 1 of 4. This is 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Purpose, clean room, blah, blah, blah. Okay, blah, blah. Root package, blah, blah, blah. Build app lint, stuff like that. Turbo.json, okay. Root.js config, okay. Config presets come from, okay. Prettier.rc, okay. Pretty ignore, npmrc, git ignore, conventions, every package follows. Okay, observability, both the API and web are instrumented with Sentry. Okay, the blueprint keeps this. Okay, pass through NV. Okay, clean room ground rules from the rewriter. NVBar strategies, rcnv.ts. Okay. Skip these original models entirely. Okay, so this is that. Then API dependencies, scripts, center source maps, KTS config, directory shape. Okay. Okay, bootstrapping, instrument, index, app, routine convention. Okay. Example, health, router shape. Okay. This is so draining. I'm already tired. just looking at this. Okay, I think just I'll skip it. I'm just curious, and that's it. Oh yeah, end-to-end tests, API client get. Okay. Yeah, I mean, am I really gonna change anything? I don't think so. So I'll just skip all of that. Okay, and then I'll prompt it to recreate the entire thing, and but I'll need to close that one. I'll need to start the new one. New session. That one. So, yeah. So I'll also need one more thing. Is like here I was doing research. So I'll need that. Then I'll need to create a file. It's the research. I'll just name it research, whatever. Research.md. Right, the entire research is about how I can speed up the pipeline, deployment pipeline. Right, it says that I can speed it up in 4 weeks. What? Means can cut CI time? Why? Like, why is it 4 weeks? Okay, anyway, the idea is that I want to speed up the entire process of the deployment, linting, and stuff like that because it was taking a lot of time. All right, so that's not needed. Architectural place, that's not needed. Kick habit runner benchmarks are partly vendor reported. I don't care. CI runners, namespace, base for turbo, rapport, core located in VME, cache, depot, blacksmith, CI runners. I'm not sure what is that. I'll just skip that. Tool decision. Okay, so okay, I don't need that file anymore actually. So what I want is, what did I open? Okay, so so research. Okay, okay, I didn't need research. Okay, so I have 4 files, codebase review.md, and the rest that you can find inside of that one file are already referenced. So the thing is that I need to update instructions about the codebase with these with the research below. The research points out different methods that can be implemented in order to improve the codebase speed. So I want to implement those things and just update the codebase.md files. Ask any clarifying questions. Codebase. It was overview. Over. Come on. Overview. It's interesting. So overview. Okay. Never mind. Okay, and I also need to drop all these apps, all this Husky crap, all these packages. Git ignores can be kept, I guess. Or actually, I don't need it as well. npmrc, all that shit. We are just deleting. Package, yes, config turbo. So, okay, now we are starting clean. Git ignore, let's remove it. I'm not sure, like, about it. Also, I wanted to check git log real quick. Does not have any commits yet. Okay, so I never committed actually. So I'll do that after that. Okay, so it created the UX designer, so that's good. Then I need to run that prompt, and then here oh shit, that isn't good. Wait, hold up. No, I passed it into wrong place. I meant to do it here, like that. That's why it was formatted. Okay, that makes sense. Let's run it like that. Then add skill for create architecture. Okay, let's open this one in split view. Commit names, document code base structure. This one I don't need anymore, so that means I only need that one. And then this one, was that for UX designer? Yeah, okay. Where's where is the skill that I used to create architecture? Oh, so that's the one. Yeah, docs architecture. Okay. Okay. Let's. I like it. Kind of curious to see how this is gonna look like in the end. Okay. So we have 6 questions. Package manager. Blueprint pins NPM research assumes PNPM. Minimum release age. Switch to PNPM 10 or stay. So first, switch. Okay. Replace versus add. For each, do you want the new tool to replace the existing one in the blueprint or sit alongside? Is biome really a replacement? Is whatever the name is it a 0? Is it O? It kind of looks like O, though I think it should be a 0. Anyway, I don't think that is needed for now. Like biome, prettier, uh, would effect packages prettier, config prettier, ceiling staged, would effect packages. So I kind of want to try this one, 0xlint or oxlint, whatever the name is. No need. Then let's use tsco instead of tsc. Leave islint and leave prettier. Because I know how to set up those things. I don't want to be transitioning into the new things. Though, let's do like that actually. There are a number of things that I can trust when it comes to the open source, because I want to make my project open source as well. I don't expect it to be viral or anything like that, but at the same time, I want to follow the industry leaders, right? So cal.com and dub.co are the ones that actually inspire a lot in terms of the design, in terms of growth, in terms of everything. Okay, so having said that, so they're using PNPM, that's for sure. And I see biome in cal.com and Vitess and Yarn. I think Yarn is the bottleneck, but I think also the newest version is really good. Oh, and they're using Prettier. Okay. How can cal.com have 40,000 stars and Dub has only 20? I feel like, and I've used cal.com, both hosted option and paid option, and I would say that Dub much more, uh, much better. Okay, so let's see in package.json. So besides Prettier, do they use ESLint? They do. Okay, so I'll go with ESLint. What about TSGo? I don't think anyone has adopted it yet. That would be also playwright config in the root. What? Why is that? Why is that? How can that be possible? Like, shouldn't it be inside the web? Vercel. Okay, I'm wasting time here. Yeah, let's just go with ESLint and Prettier. Leave ESLint and Prettier. Let's use those three. Which items to adopt? Should I document all of? No, only TSGo. Vercel remote cache. Prisma 7.4. TurboPack default. Skip turbo wrap or skip only a subset. Only TSGo. 4 versions. Blueprint uses pin versions for the new tools. Do you want exact pins? I want to use latest versions of everything. Alright, fifth, NX Bazel recommendation. Research says only adaptive CI longer than 20 minutes. NX yeah, I don't need that. Tone, should the update read as a target state? It should be read as if this architecture was written in that way. It's not like the target state, it's more like that's what needs, that is how it was built essentially, right? That's what we already have right now. It's not like a speed improvement, that's what we have. We can say that we have, which we really don't, but anyway. We can say that we which we really don't, but anyway, yeah, I like it. Okay, let's run it. So condensed. Okay, so again 60% reduction. Where is it? Wait, what? Where is my UX designer? Oh, I didn't give it permission to write a file. And where? Okay, so now it was created. Make skill instructions. Oh, wait. Where did it write it? So it include. Okay, so it is here. Business analyst, solutions architect. Yeah, they are quite lengthy. So, let's do like that. Is a cheating way. Make business analyst skill instructions consent. Okay, and then make. I'm not even going to type it. I'm just going to copy paste it like that. So we scheduled 2 things. It should have access to edit both. Okay. So, quite a progress we have here. So this one was done. I don't need it anymore, I guess. I'll read it afterwards, I guess. Not sure, maybe not. Because the main point is that I don't want to be reading code. I usually do this, but I don't want to be doing that on this specific project. And it is going to be really hard because I'm like, well, what do you have for me? Let's read it. And it's going to be really tough for me to avoid doing that. All right. You should go now. Okay. Okay. And tech stack also kind of raw. I don't like that. Like, I don't know. Just don't like that. Okay. So now, oh, I need to wait for that thing to finish, and then this one, trim down from 160 lines to 112. Okay, now doing the architect. Okay. How does it know? That's interesting. Says like, how did it know that it will need? That's interesting. How did it know that it gave me an output, right? Which is usually the last thing you see. Oh, and by the okay, so let me finish first. So the last thing you see when the agent responds, but at the same time, it already mentioned that it will be working on architect next. It almost feels like this line was already somehow sent to the agent, so it knew that it will need to work on it, and it kind of picked it up somehow. Very interesting. Okay, so yeah, one thing I wanted to mention, right, is that the output here. Come on, let me. The output here is quite concise, which is cool. But that's in Cloud Code, right? Inside of Cloud Desktop, it doesn't seem like you see the output is really long here. Here as well. Like, why do I even need that? Why do I even need to know that? Because I'll open the file. I'll read what. Okay, I won't open the file, but in normal world, I would open the file and read what it does, right? So why do I even need this? And the entire problem with it is that I actually have a skill caveman that is executed. I guess. Wait, hold up. Is it even executed? Active every response. Oh yeah, you see, active every response. You see. So, oh, did I actually set default is full? Okay. So it should always respond in a concise manner, right? And it is not doing the best job currently at it inside of Cloud Desktop, which leads me to believe that I should start using it. It's kind of was good time together, but the main thing that drove me to install it is a dispatch. And unfortunately, I was led to believe that with dispatch in Cloud, you could actually run Cloud Code on your phone in a way that you would chat like this, but you will be able to see those chats and actually read them and stuff like that and follow up and create new chats. I was led to believe that it was the case, but in reality that wasn't the case, and I'm like, okay, well, what's the point then of Cloud Desktop? I guess it is for non-technical people who would like to kind of kind of like work with code, I guess, or just have everything in one place, because there are also tasks, I guess, which are the things for productivity and stuff like that. My Mac is currently flying. Like, I can see in OBS the CPU is 50%. And I don't understand why. This is driving me crazy right now. What is. No. Yeah, OBS Studio is using 400% of CPU power. How is that even possible? Did they install like latest version of Next.js or what is going on? I don't understand this. Anyway, did you finish? Okay, you finished. Let's see. So let's close that and let's open that. So I guess business analyst was condensed to 130 lines, which is cool. What about solutions architect? 130 lines as well. Update requirements. Oh, that's one skill I forgot actually. I mean, almost forgot because I actually remembered just now. Um, Okay, let's do that last thing and then meanwhile I'll ask Cloud Code to set up the entire infrastructure, or well, the entire monorepo using those files, those markdown files that were created. Yeah, and I'm just curious to find TSGo. Where did it edit? In all files. Okay, that's makes sense. All right, but anyway, I'll wrap up here. Has been an hour now. I need to finish. Oh wow, it's already 10, 11. Okay, so I'll finish there, and I'll